Good morning. Thank you for hanging in there with us. We had some technical difficulties, but here we are, Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development, and it's Friday morning, so we're having our panel discussion. Today's topic is addressing difficult customers, and I have Valerie Hawes with me and Jennifer Gary with me. Ladies, if you'd like to just introduce yourselves, even though I've introduced you.
I'll let the most important person go last. My name is Valerie Hawes. I'm the Organizational Learning and Development Lead at Goodwill Columbus, and I'm just happy to be here this morning. I hope everyone's having a good day.
Good morning. I'm Jennifer Gary. I'm the Director of Workforce Development and Learning at Goodwill Columbus also, and I'm happy to join you this morning. I don't get to do this very often.
So this morning, we're going to try a couple of things. If they don't work, please forgive us. This is new territory for us too. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some issues in the workplace and also with customer service, and then our panel's going to talk about how the situation could and should be handled. So we'll get started with the first one, and I hope this comes out right. Okay.
Oh, there's onions and garlic. Oh, I cannot take onions and garlic. So it's.
Can you hear that?
It's good. Like, which one's the healthiest? What's the name? Yeah. You want me to say anything? Can I get more cheese?
Okay, the audio is supposed to be playing.
Oh, it's not. It's not free. Does it? Okay. Then it's okay. Can I toast it for a bit more?
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Ta-da. I'll try it again.
I could hear it. Victor, it was just a little low, so.
Exactly.
Heard it well? Okay. Uh-oh, now we can't hear it at all. Victor, what's going on here? Because we can't hear him.
Can't hear the.
While you're doing that, can I just say something really fast?
Yes, please.
You know, one of the reasons why we wanted to come and have this discussion about customer service, we talked about customer service last week, and we're talking about addressing difficult customers this week because it's a reality, right? And, you know, we've all had a unhappy customer probably in some aspect of what we do, whether it's an internal customer, someone that's our coworker or another team we're doing business with. You know, there may have been times when there was conflict that could potentially arise, or if you have been working in a retail type of atmosphere, you do have external customers or you have clients or what have you that you deal with. And some are probably easier than others. And then God forbid, we might be the difficult customer every now and then, depending on what we're going through. So I just think it's such a relative subject matter to discuss. So I'm glad we're here talking about it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have found myself being tempted to be that bad customer from time to time. Valerie, exactly what you said. You find yourself in awkward situations. You're in a rush. You're in a hurry. Things aren't going as planned. I'm sure we've all had those days. And you find yourself tempted to say or do something. And you do have to pull yourself back and remind yourself, I am the customer. They're doing the best to serve me. And I certainly don't want to be that customer because that ruins somebody else's day as well.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now I'm going to try this video again. If let me know, both of you let me know whether you can hear it or not.
Okay. No.
Jennifer?
No, I can't either. Sorry.
All right, then. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read it to you as it's going through, okay?
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Okay. So here it is. Which bread is good? The healthiest. That's the customer. Oh, what's in it? That's the customer. And then she says, do you want me to say everything? Customer, I want more cheese. Cheese is 50% more. Oh, then no cheese. That's it. Okay, I don't need it. Can I toast it a bit more? It doesn't look like it's toasted enough. Tomatoes, I just want only 2 pieces. Can I have a cucumber? Just 1 will do. Can I have olives? Can you put the olives in a straight line? Can you put the olives in one straight line? One straight line. Can I try the cookie? Sorry, we can't do that. It's vegetarian. Does the gloves handle the meat? You're the first person I'm attending to. So the customer, I mean, difficult does not mean mean.
Right.
Difficult can just be
Challenging.
So you had a customer with the sandwich, very particular about what went into it. So how would you handle that as if you were the person making the sandwich?
Sometimes I think you have to ask the question back as they are asking or making a request of you. Sometimes I think you do have to remember, okay, so I want to make sure that we fix this the way that you would like. So how many tomatoes would you like again? And it's that reaffirmation for them. It makes them feel a little bit better. It can be hard on the server because I think that, again, it's extra steps and extra time. But I think that, you know, it's good customer service to ask those questions, and it gives that customer a sense that someone's listening to them. So sometimes it's that simple. It can be trying on your patience, though.
Definitely. Okay, so Valerie, what about you?
Well, I mean, I think that I agree with you with the first thing that you said specifically, that every difficult customer isn't mean or problematic. They just may have very specific requirements, right? And sometimes you like things the way you like it. And luckily for her, I think she's at like a Subway where that's what they do. They make it just the way you like it. And I think it's important to take your time with each customer and be present in that moment and look at it as an opportunity to do something unique in the moment. You know, you're already probably doing the same type of task, but this could be an opportunity for you to spice up your day. How does this person like it? And come in more often, you start to remember, oh, I know how she likes it. She likes it extra toasted. She doesn't want but 2 tomatoes or whatever it is. You know, giving great customer service is all about paying attention to the customer. So telling you, for you, what they like, as opposed to waiting until you got it wrong, right? So this is a better scenario.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being a customer at Starbucks with a very specific order? I mean, how many times have I been at Starbucks and somebody in front has wanted 2 shots of something at 140 degrees and no foam, and by the time they're done, if I were the barista, I'd be like, oh my gosh. But again, they're reactive to you and they're kind about it. And I think that's a great example of good customer service.
Jennifer, I was going to say, when we started this out and I heard that lady being so specific, all I could think about was my order at Starbucks when I go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And Victor knows because it's very specific. It's very specific.
Mm-hmm. And if we're being honest, that person could have been me yesterday at Jersey Mike's. I'm just saying, I wasn't about the olives in one straight line, but I have very specific things that I want on a sandwich. And so maybe that was me yesterday. Who knows? So big shout out to the Jersey Mike's in Pataskala. Everything went well yesterday.
I knew it was you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so actually Cody Eckfield is with us, watching us today. Just said hello to him. So because you can't hear the video, and I don't know if anyone else can hear the video, I'm going to skip to a different slide.
Okay.
Okay, this one. So a customer comes into your store to return an item she purchased some time ago. You asked if she had the receipt for the item, and she responded saying, I purchased this item some time ago, but I need to buy my daughter some diapers and I have no money. How would you handle this situation?
I would first say that I would want to know the policy of the store. Being the representative handling this, I need to know the policies. So I don't want to break a policy. Now, let's be very clear about that. We don't want to break the rules to assist the customer, but you want to know what your latitude is. And so if you think it's something that's in question, then I suggest you go to your manager. You let the customer know, I'm not sure if I can do this for you, but I'm going to try. Let me go see if I can talk to my manager. First of all, that already shows that you are making an effort to assist. Even if you come back empty-handed, you at least tried, and the customer appreciates a good try, right?
I agree.
And that depending on who you work for, that manager is probably going to make the exception if they can. It's their call. If they want to make the exception, if you have a good argument, you want to be the advocate for your customer, you should do that. So.
Jennifer?
I agree with Valerie. I think that the most important thing is showing support to the customer. And I think that when you go the extra mile, you may not come back with a great answer for them, unfortunately, but I think that you've checked, and I think it's important. And then I also think that it's important to say, maybe we can't do A, but we could do B. Would B help you? I think, again, listening, responding, and if possible, giving them an alternative are all things that go a long way in customer service.
Yeah.
So the next one, we'll get to the next slide here. Okay, a customer comes to the service line to ask about the ingredients of an item in the store. When attempting to respond to the customer, he or she continues to cut you off. Since you were unable to answer their question, they now become upset and begin to yell at you for not answering their question promptly. What do you do?
I always stop and take notes. I do interject at one point and I say, I'm sorry, I want to make sure that I'm catching all of the details. Is it possible for me to take notes while we discuss this so that if I don't know the answer, I can get you the answer and I can refer you to someone else? I think sometimes it's that simple. We just have to listen as much as we can and take the notes, because if we don't take notes, there's going to be something missed, and that's going to take the conversation in a different manner. So I always take notes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Now, what in this scenario, that when you were trying to answer, the customer continues to cut you off. They won't let you finish a sentence. So then what do you do when they won't listen to you?
I think you make the attempt at least to say, if you don't mind, I just want to say this, and then, allow me to get this, because I may be asking a very relevant question so that I get very specific information to move this process along, and they just may be caught up in, usually this type of situation, they're angry about something, right? So if you want to first maybe let them blow off some steam for a minute, listen to them for a moment. And then if you aren't able to pick out the very specific relevant points that you need to fulfill the request or to resolve the issue, you'll want to ask them that. And if they're cutting you off, then say, sir or ma'am, I'm sorry, I understand that you're upset, but let me just ask you a couple of quick questions, because this is probably going to help me make you happier. I'm sorry that this happened and what have you. You just have to be honest with them, but you want to keep calm, watch your tone, don't get upset. It's not personal. I said this last week. It's not personal. Typically, when someone's angry, you probably didn't even do the thing that they're angry about, but you do represent the company. You have to show accountability, and you just, have to be honest with them too, but allow them to let off a little steam and then bring them back in, but keep it calm. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, I'm going to ask a trick question. This is not on a slide, but I would like to ask you, have you ever been upset with the customer service and gotten to the point that you asked for the manager? Yeah. Now, this is what I want to ask you. if the person that was doing the customer service was being calm, did it help you calm down?
Yes. I think that, calm begets calm. And so as upset as you can be over something that was done, and it could be a simple mistake, it doesn't have to be major, but I think especially if it's a repetitive mistake and you are speaking to someone who has a calming effect and remind you, I want to make this right for you. Let's walk through the process. That goes a long way. And I think that can solve a lot of problems just in and of itself.
I agree. Ditto.
Yes. I know neither one of you have ever been an upset customer, so.
Not a difficult.
No, never difficult. Completely compliant.
So let's look at the last one here. Okay. You were recently given an opportunity to work in the front office for a local dentist. Excited about this opportunity, you were also quite nervous since this is something you've never done before. However, while at work, you received a phone call from a customer saying, "My name is Lynn, and I've been coming to this practice for 5 years now. During that time, I've had good times and bad. I don't understand why I was charged so much for this procedure that was done when I was quoted a different price." What do you do?
Jennifer?
Well, I think in that situation, you have to remind the customer that you weren't part of the history of what they were experiencing because you were new. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, I need a minute to go find somebody who can help us kind of go back through the background. Because again, you're not going to have background. And it's going to take somebody who has more experience being there, working in the field, in the office, to come through and say, this is kind of what our policies and procedures have been. And this is probably what has gone on and how can we move forward. For you as a new person, you don't have that credibility of history. And history is the one thing that if you can speak to somebody historically about procedures, you're going to get to the bottom of it quicker. But it's always important to try to get them the right answer. And I think it's also very important to say, I don't know. Like, I just don't know.
Right.
And I think from that, you build credibility because you're honest. And so then it goes even deeper because you're willing to get them the help that they need from somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Valerie?
I agree exactly with what Jennifer said. I think it is important to first establish the fact that you are new and that you will do your best to ensure that her experience with you is a positive, pleasant one, and that you're there to fulfill her requests as necessary. You apologize for any bad experiences she's had in the past. And I agree with wholeheartedly with what Jennifer said. I mean, I wouldn't think any different.
I really appreciate it when someone says, I don't know, but immediately follows that with, I will find out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's how people at work every day. Like there's tons of times that even you guys may ask me something that I don't know, and I may not be the subject matter expert. That's okay. I think we just have to find out who is, because that's good customer service internally, is making sure that you're helping somebody find the right answers.
Yep. I agree.
Okay. So we are close to the 10:30 mark, even though we got started late. We will continue to work on our technology so that we can play some of these videos, because I did have some rather nice samples for you to listen to. And perhaps at another time we can do those again.
Okay.
But thank you, Jennifer and Valerie,
Thank you.
for being with me this morning. Thank you, Cody, for working. Cody says he's working at the Canal Winchester retail store location.
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, congratulations, Cody. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching. This is going to replay at 2 o'clock today. And please continue to visit us on Facebook and on YouTube. Goodwill Workforce Development is here for you. We are all in this together now more than ever. And we have resources that can help you with training, with employment. And so please come to us. If we don't know, we will find out. So thank you very much for watching. And I'd like to say for all of us, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.